Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new year, and that officially means we've got a new Call of Duty coming out this year. Now, while yes, it is still very far away, coming in a late fall, early winter, Call of Duty 2026 is on the horizon, and today I wanted to go through and break down absolutely everything that we know about COD 2026, aka Modern Warfare 4, because surprisingly enough, we've already seen several different leaks and rumors surface over the course of the past few months regarding MW4. And this is just kind of the era of Call of Duty that we're in right now, where leaks and rumors are coming out about games insanely far in advance, either intentionally by Call of Duty and by Activision to gauge public interest on certain things, or because someone there at Call of Duty just cannot keep their mouth shut, right? But today we've got a bunch of details to break down. Keep in mind, as we are going through all of them, at the end of the day, these are just leaks and rumors, so nothing here is official 100% confirmed until we see it in a trailer, in a post, in a tweet from Activision, you know, whatever the case is here. So just bear that in mind. But jumping in, we got a couple of different sources here, primarily the Ghost of Hope and Reality UK, two of the most credible insiders for leaks and different rumors here. A while back, Hope did detail what to expect as far as Modern Warfare 4's theme and era go, and Call of Duty's taking an interesting and kind of unique approach to this. So yes, it's still Modern Warfare. It's still going to follow up the story that we've had building out throughout the past few Modern Warfare titles, but Hope originally said Call of Duty 2026 is being developed by Infinity Ward, no surprise there, and is currently titled as Modern Warfare 4, except it is the Korean 4 because a lot of the game is set around North and South Korea. The campaign is planned to feature both South Korea and North Korea in a significant role. 141, the SAS, and the Republic of Korea Army are the three major factions you play as to take down Makarov and the Kony group, who are doing false flag operations to start a third world war. Modern Warfare 4's story is going to follow up on MW3's ending, with Shepard being taken out by Price and Soap being taken out by Makarov. The game is currently planned to feature some futuristic tech and weapons, but mostly is going to stay modern. So for the first time really ever, that seems like the Call of Duty branding is not going to be just the basic number behind it. They're actually going to be using the Korean 4 on there as well, which is kind of interesting. Going to make the game stand out for sure. Hope also goes on to say various exclusive details for Modern Warfare 4. This game will reportedly have no old gen support. So this is not going to be on Xbox One, on PlayStation 4. We just saw Battlefield 6 ditch last gen when it dropped, and of course that allowed the game from a technological standpoint to really flourish in a variety of ways, and it seems Call of Duty is finally moving to that as well. This is probably a bit overdue, but at the same time, they do have a decent chunk of players who still play the game on Xbox One and on PlayStation 4 on last gen, and that's revenue that they just have not wanted to give up, so they've been forcing last gen on there, and unfortunately that does hinder the game and does limit the game quite a bit. So no last gen support. I'm curious to see how or if that impacts sales much. You could also just have a lot of people finally picking up their Series X, their Series S, or their PlayStation 5 in preparation for GTA 6 and whatnot as well, and maybe this just comes along with that, but I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. There will be traditional UI like some of the older games, even more traditional than Black Ops 6. The engine is being overhauled to address MW2 problems like visual clutter and some of the stuff going on screen. Being developed on dev kits for the next Xbox, so when the next Xbox does end up launching, whenever that is, Modern Warfare 4 will apparently be a premium title on that. And then we've also heard that the next iteration of Warzone could be in trouble if the mode continues to basically fall off and not be able to retain players. We saw a good chunk of players come back with Verdansk. However, since then, it's really plateaued and fallen off some, but I do think we'll see a decent spike back up once we have Blackout and Avalon come during that update in early 2026 as well. So it'll be curious to see what's going to be happening with Warzone, because the devs apparently have weighed in on potentially not doing Warzone anymore if they can't consistently keep players on, but that's sort of to a fault of their own because they just haven't been putting out good updates or good support for the mode for a while now. Obviously, though, as the year goes on, we're going to see some official promotion happen, I would imagine, pretty early on for MW4. I am really curious, and I've said this before a couple of times. I think that Modern Warfare 4 marketing is probably going to start a lot earlier in the year as opposed to, BO7 or even BO6, just because interest in COD right now is not super high, and Call of Duty wants that spotlight. They want that attention, and they really need MW4 to do well after BO6 and BO7 have kind of flopped, and they've got GTA 6 competing with them this year if that game launches on time. So like, they're gonna have to market MW4 well and have a lot of hype going into launch. So I do think we could start to see official stuff come out about this a little bit earlier on into the year as opposed to the usual late summer marketing strat that they usually go with. Obviously, as we start to see anything official or as we get new leaks and rumors, which I'm sure we'll get plenty of in the coming weeks and months, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with everything you need to know. So if you want to stay informed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications as well. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated, really helps grow the channel, and share the video around. Next up, we have even more gameplay details from Reality UK, which reveal some interesting things as well. So Reality here shares a handful of different gameplay details, including the fact that doors will apparently be returning, just like MW3, MW2, doors being a thing here in COD that you can manually open and close, blow open, all sorts of things like that. Tac sprint will be returning like MW 2019. There won't be any ADS while sliding, no omni movement, which would be obviously a pretty drastic shift from the past few years, no dedicated melee slot. Red dots will in fact be on the minimap, which for Infinity Ward, I'm impressed. Slide canceling will be coming back. And then the visual recoil is on par with Modern Warfare 2, which had a lot of annoying visual recoil and visual noise that didn't really go over that well that year in terms of gunplay. Reality also says that he's found strings that reference a Modern Warfare 4 campaign mission that takes place in a nightclub in New York City. So we'll probably start to see more and more interesting bits of information pop up about different details like this. For whatever reason, this stuff is referenced in the COD HQ, even though we're going to see a full engine overhaul and a hard reset with Modern Warfare 4. We'll get to that in just a minute, but there's already leaks being found in the COD HQ files for BO6 and BO7 and whatnot that reference MW4, which is bizarre, but it's going to tell us even more about the game. Now, most recently, we also got some other new details from the Ghost of Hope. However, for the first time in what feels like forever, we actually got a direct response from the developers in regards to some Call of Duty leaks. So Hope here originally posted saying, Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer in its current state is a complete copy of Modern Warfare 2, except for no perk charging and less ADS and slide penalties. And that kind of lines up with what Reality was talking about there with his gameplay leaks, with the red dots being there, the doors being there, no omni movement, things like that, visual recoil on par with MW2. Hope also reported on that, saying there is a ton of visual recoil on weapons in Modern Warfare 4, just like Modern Warfare 2. I said that in my last tweet. It's pretty much a complete copy outside of a few different things here and there. And after those leaks surfaced and they were getting a lot of attention, Infinity Ward did actually say, hey, happy holidays, everybody, but don't believe everything you read on the internet. Kind of saying that, Hope's leaks maybe aren't that accurate. And this has set up a very interesting situation because either Infinity Ward is going to be memed into existence if this game even slightly resembles MW2's gameplay, or they're listening to feedback and realize, hey, yeah, people did not love the MW2 stuff. Let's not do that again. But it's curious because so many leaks that we have up until this point reference a lot of similarities to Modern Warfare 2022. So that's going to be curious to see play out as well. And I'm really interested in seeing how that all unfolds. Beyond that, as I just mentioned, Modern Warfare 4 is going to be a hard reset because it is going to be the next era of COD, basically, the introduction to that. It'll be an upgraded and updated and overhauled engine. Nothing is going to carry forward to Modern Warfare 4. So the Warzone stuff, hard reset there. We're not going to have any tokens or any content from BO6, BO7, even MW2, MW3 carry over into MW4. A hard reset for everyone. No last gen, new engine update. It's going to be a big shift and a big swing into the next quote unquote era for Call of Duty. And then one last thing coming alongside this that has been rumored as well is the return of DMZ. And I am particularly interested in this as well, especially because they had the entire year of MW 2022 to learn about DMZ, to figure out what they could do better. We've obviously seen several successful extraction shooters drop in the time since, Arc Raiders being the big one right now. So really curious to see how they evolve DMZ to compete in that market, and that's now a little bit more saturated and has some greater competition. But overall, I'm still a little bit bit hesitant for some of the gameplay leaks for MW4, but I've always been a big Modern Warfare fan. The original MW2 still to this day my absolute favorite. Really enjoyed MW 2019, MW3 as well, obviously. If things are super similar to MW2 though, I'm really interested in seeing the community reception to that and how they potentially, respond to that, because like I said earlier, with GTA 6 on the horizon, the interest in COD not being great right now, Infinity Ward is going to have to really pull a sledgehammer and pull a Treyarch this past year and respond quickly and adapt quickly to community feedback if they want this game to be a success. And Infinity Ward has not always been great at adapting quickly and responding to community feedback. So we could be, in line for a very, very peculiar and unique year of COD for sure. But overall, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm very excited to see the Modern Warfare narrative continue to be built out in a pretty unique way, one that we haven't seen a ton of in the past as far as the story goes there, and just how the gameplay is going to be as we continue to see new leaks, new rumors, and eventually official info drop on MW4. I'll be keeping you guys in the loop, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay in the know. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button on your way out as well. It would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.